Recorded Books presents Still Life by Val McDermid, narrated by Cathleen Mccarron.
Art is always an exchange, like love, whose giving and taking can be a complex and wounding matter, according to Michelangelo. Ali Smith, Artful. Prologue. Saturday, the 15th of February, 2020. Billy Watson cast off from the quay without the faintest flicker of a premonition. He nosed the 23-foot creel boat out into the East Harbour's main channel with casual familiarity. The morning was no different from countless others, bitterly cold, a sharp northerly wind slicing through flesh and making his cheekbones ache. But at least it was fair, and the eggshell blue February sky held no promise of rain to come. On the far shore, the outlines of Berwick Law and the Bass Rock were crisp as a painting. The chill waters of the Firth of Forth parted before the scarlet bows of the Bonnie Pearl, a thin line of white foam marking her passage. Billy reached for his thermos mug of coffee and took a short nip. It was still too hot for a full swallow. He always liked to give it a wee blast in the microwave after he'd added the milk to make sure it stayed piping hot for as long as possible. A man needed all the help he could get to stay warm on a winter morning in the Forth estuary. His cousin Jackie opened the wheelhouse door a crack and squeezed in, trying not to let the heat out. "Broad day for it," he said. It was one of Jackie's limited and predictable conversational gambits. "Bit rough the day," was another. "Gey wet," his invariable response to rain. "Aye," Billy said, giving the engine some throttle. They left the shelter of the harbour for the choppier waters beyond the zigzag pier that stretched into the sea and protected the harbour walls from the tide-line surges that swept along the coast. A touch on the wheel, and their course shifted till they were heading east, the Isle of May breasting the horizon like a humpback whale. As they drew level with the old windmill and the hollows and hillocks of the former salt pans, Billy slipped the engine into neutral and in a practised manoeuvre brought the Bonnie Pearl alongside the first marker buoy. Jackie's son, Andy, swaggered into view, his rolling gait compensating for the low swell. With the ease of experience, he reached over the side with a boat hook to snag the buoy that marked the end of the fleet of D-shaped creels containing the day's first catch. Just like every other morning, he led the rope to the creel hauler and started the winch. Even from the wheelhouse, Billy could see there was a problem. The rope was taut, but no creel had emerged from the water. Andy was struggling, leaning over the gunwale, trying to manoeuvre the boat hook. "Better give the boy a hand," Billy said to Jackie, who sighed and made his way down to the deck. The two men wrestled with the rope. Something seemed to be tangled in it, something that was a drag on the winch. Billy could see Jackie swearing eloquently, his words whipped away by the wind. A rogue wave caught the bow and swung the boat through 90 degrees, enough to make the men's job easier. They staggered back a couple of feet, giving Billy a clear view of what was in the water. For a moment, it made no sense. Billy's brain translated the strange sight into a battered white creel marker buoy with slash marks. Then he recalibrated. No boy ever came with a neck and shoulders. Their first catch of the day was a drowned man. Chapter 1. Sunday, the 16th of February, 2020. Detective Sergeant Daisy Mortimer wasn't easily put off her food, but for once she stared at the bacon and egg roll she'd made for breakfast with a distinctly jaundiced air. In that crucial moment between sliding the egg onto the crispy bacon and squirting it with tomato ketchup, her boss had rung.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?